Welcome back to the Webby and O'Neill channel. Thanks for joining us for another video. Is Barcelona's interest in Marcus Rashford genuine? And after Jadon Sancho agreeing terms with Fenerbahçe, it looks like Juventus have not given up the race in signing Jadon Sancho. Get involved as usual. Have your say in the comment section. And don't forget to leave a like on the video, please, as you know it's much appreciated. I'm thinking where to start here. Sancho, Rashford, flip a coin.
Let's go Rashford. It's my favourite subject. I think the British media continually overhyping Marcus Rashford. But to be honest with you, there's no value in Marcus Rashford, and the football world has spoken. There's no bids for him. No one's going to pay a fee for him on his wages. But they also know that Marcus Rashford, as a footballer, is not the Marcus Rashford of 5 years ago.
Do you see any of this interest in these reports out there as genuine, though, with the likes of Barcelona?
Well, the reports with Barcelona is that they're looking for him to play as a second fiddle to Lewandowski. For me, his willingness to play as a number 9 absolutely baffles me. So desperate to get to Barcelona, but Barcelona will not pay a fee for him. That's clear. They want him as a loan. And to be perfectly honest, in my opinion, I just see Marcus Rashford going down the same road as Jadon Sancho. He will not have a value because of his high wages, but also because he is not the footballer of old. To play second fiddle, and he's willing to do that, no shame on the fella.
No, you've got to look at another side, though. Barcelona's a football club on the pitch. They're in a lot better position than what we are now. So he wouldn't be taking a step down in my eyes. He's only taking a step up in terms of Barcelona, the football team. And it does baffle me, these reports suggesting that he'd go there as a number 9, second fiddle to Lewandowski. I mean, I'd have him in our team right now, Lewandowski, if he could do some sort of swap deal. Forget about his age. I'd have him here in a heartbeat. But a number 9... there's always been paper talk, you know, especially from the lads at the Athletic, etc., that he doesn't want to play number 9, and obviously he wants to play on that left-hand side. So is it a case he just wants to get out of the club? He doesn't want to be here anymore.
He wants to go to Barcelona. He wants to get out of the club, and he'll do anything to get there. And for me, he'll play a number 9, second fiddle. That is poor for Marcus Rashford, but that is the state of Marcus Rashford at the moment. He has no options. There is no one else. There's no options anywhere else. The longer this goes on, the clearer it will end up as a loan. There is no other club coming in willing to pay £40 million and pay his wages. So for me, the option down the line here in the transfer window, the longer it goes, he will be going out on loan. Now, where that will end up, who really knows? But it's Barcelona where he wants to go, and he'll do anything to get there. He's wiping his mouth. As a footballer, as a human being, I'm desperate to get out and I'll do anything. Well, that's a sad sign for a footballer who was once where the Man United were going to build a team around him.
No, I do look at it. It's a sad state of affairs. I mean, like you said, and I've discussed it before, at one point, United fans were thinking about Rashford and building a team round him. That's what the expectations were and the pressure we all had on him to perform week in, week out, and it's just not happened like that. Going over to Barcelona as a second fiddle, as a number 9, though, you know, you'd think he's got them aspirations as well to try and make the squad for the World Cup next summer. Playing second fiddle, is he going to get a chance, really, to do that and put himself in the shop window? I highly doubt it. So, you know, for me, the longer it does go on, it's always going to be a loan deal. I can't see any club, Barcelona or anyone else, paying a transfer fee for him. But I think the longer it goes on in this window, the more likely it is that Man United pay a large chunk of his wages when he does go out on loan. That's for me anyway, because I don't think Barcelona are in a position where they're desperate for a player like Marcus Rashford to come into the club. They will have other options. You know, there's Nico Williams out there. There's other players who I think would be put in front of Marcus Rashford if push come to shove.
Well, you talk about desperation. Man United are in a desperate position. They want money, and he's a homegrown player. So there's value there, and it will help towards the finances. But I can't see it happening. And to be honest with you, I would just turn around and lower his demands, lower the fee, what United are asking, just to get him off the books. And the same goes with Jadon Sancho. Just get him off the books. Listen, Marcus Rashford has got 3 years left on his contract. 3 years. Do we need this every year? I think United should just wipe them out and be happy to get rid of a player for a nominal fee. and this is my opinion, just get rid of him for £5 or £10 million and just let him go, because then they save on the wages. At the end of the day, it's 25 million over 2 years, right? His wages. That's what United would save. Now, if it goes to 3 years, then, you know, you do the maths. But I just look at it and say to myself, we need a culture change. We need standards changing. And United just are better off just wiping them out and getting rid of him and saying, give us 5 million, give us 10 million, take him off the hands. They save money by not paying his wages, because Barcelona, if that's where he goes, will not pay all his wages. United will have to put a big chunk towards it. And the same goes for Jadon Sancho. Just get him out of the club. Just take $1 million, 5 million, whatever it is, get him out. The club comes first, and we are on a reset. So for me, that's how I look at it. And a lot of other United fans out there, I've seen the comments and they've said the same.
The likes of Jadon Sancho as well, there is movement there. I mean, he's agreed terms by all reports with Fenerbahçe, and you've now got Juventus. Some reports out there suggesting that there's going to be a video call between, I think, the sporting director at Juventus and Manchester United on Wednesday today. So let's hope them reports are true, and we can start seeing some movement and more momentum there in getting Jadon Sancho out the door.
You're going to get reports on both of these players and a few other players in Manchester United who they're trying to get rid of. But the thing is, it all goes back to the high wages. They're going to try and come in and steal it, and just steal it. They want Manchester United to pay the bulk of the wages. That's how I see it. We're in a desperate situation. Other clubs know it. The football world knows the desperation Manchester United in, and they are not going to pay for these highly paid players who have got a chip on the shoulder and who think they're far better than what they are.
I think there's a bit of games going on between Sancho, his agents, his camp, where they've agreed terms with Fenerbahçe, and the teams that they possibly do want to go to, like maybe Juventus, have seen what he's agreed with Fenerbahçe to give him more leverage for more money there at Juventus. That's my opinion on it, because I'm looking at it after thinking about it last night. I mean, Jadon Sancho and Jose Mourinho, does that sound like a good fit to you? It doesn't to me. I mean, we know Jose Mourinho and all the United fans out there. He's been our manager. He's fell out with the likes of Pogba, Luke Shaw, Rashford as well. Over work rate. I mean, Sancho isn't renowned for his work rate. So I don't see that as a match made in heaven at all. And I think there's maybe, you know, some games going on, like I say, from Sancho and his camp in agreeing terms with Fenerbahçe to then get higher wages at another club that he will want to go to. That's my only personal opinion anyway.
Yeah, well, his big games being played by Rashford's camp has been for a long time. PSG, Barcelona, the Aston Villa scenario. For me, Jadon Sancho has done nothing but play games with Manchester United. So for me, I just look at it long term. And what we have to do is just get him out of Carrington, get him away from that first team, sideline him, okay, and just let him get out on loan. And we've got to move quickly, and I can't see it happening, because these two players will drag it on. Barcelona will drag it on. So for me, pre-season, get him out. Don't want him anywhere near the Ruben Amorim. Don't want him anywhere near the first team, and let's just get rid of him. But I am telling you, the games are being played, and I am sick to death of it, like every other United fan out there. And I'll say it again, there is no value in these players. As mad as it seems, just take a nominal fee and get rid of them and let them go wherever they want, right, to work out their own wage structure and everything, because it keeps coming back to the wages. Oh, teams are interested, this, that, and the other, right? But Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford is no different. He walked out of Chelsea, Jadon Sancho, okay, and they had to pay £5 million to send him back to United. He's not changing his wage demands, and nor will Rashford. So just accept a nominal fee and get him off the books. I don't see any other way round it. And as a club, if we're having a reset, this is what we have to do. As painful as it is,
Sancho has obviously lowered his wage demands. It's gone to 160 grand in what he's actually agreed with Fenerbahçe, a lot less than what he's currently on at Manchester United. And there is talk out there that there's a fee that Manchester United want of 20 to 25 million for Jadon Sancho. Now, we're always far behind the curve, aren't we? We're just basing it off reports that are out there. But if there is strong interest there from the likes of Fenerbahçe and Juventus, where they do want to pay a fee, I mean, hopefully Manchester United do sit round the table and get a fee for him. I just don't think we're in any situation really where we're any closer to getting a fee in the next few weeks or few months before that transfer window shuts for Marcus Rashford, and it will be a loan deal. But if we can get some money in for Jadon Sancho, last year of his contract, I mean, for me, go for it.
Well, if you look at Jadon Sancho, let's look at the facts. He wouldn't lower his wage demands at Chelsea, a London boy. You would have thought he would have lowered it and got a game of football there. But no. So these are only reports that he's lowered his wage demands. And I don't believe that report, because you just look at Jadon Sancho and his behaviour and his attitude and everything. He's not lowering. Why would you suddenly go and lower your wage demands when you had the opportunity to play for Chelsea in the Champions League and you're a London-born geezer? Sorry, not on. He's not changing any demands. For me, get him out. I'm sick to death of listening and talking about him.
A lot more confident than I was at least a week or 2 weeks ago that he will be moving out the door. But for me, that 7th of July, that date when all the players come back for pre-season, I think these players like your Sancho, your Rashford, your Antony, they need to be shipped out of the door by then. If they're not, I mean, it's a sticky situation there. What do they do? Try and integrate them back into the squad, first team training, or do you go and train them alone?
There's no integration with these players. They've made their mind up. The fans have made their mind up. It's over. Any relationship has just been cut and destroyed. And these players have done it with their attitude on the field and off it. And you've got to remember, Garnacho is the same as well. They cannot be integrated. Out of Carrington, 7th of July, what we want is a statement from Ruben Amorim. We want a statement from the club where these players are going, okay? Out of the team, out of the squad, in with the juniors and go and find a club. That's what we want for this club to show intent going forward. And this pre-season, we need to be clear. So let's be clear on the 7th of July. These players, overvalued, and the world of football has seen into it. They're not interested.
No, I do agree with that. I mean, they don't want to play for Manchester United. I think they've made it pretty clear. I mean, even Garnacho's making it clear publicly in my eyes he doesn't want to be here. So him, Sancho, Rashford, Antony as well. I mean, if you don't want to be here, go and train alone. I mean, you've got to be ruthless. They talk about setting standard at this football club at a high standard, and they need to start doing it. It's as simple as that, and there shouldn't be any negative influences in the ears of any of them first-team players who are going to be in Ruben Amorim's squad for the next season. So, yeah, for me, there's still other players coming back from loan. Tyrell Malacia, a forgotten man. I mean, won the Dutch, well, the league over there in Holland last season. He can't even get a club at the moment. There's no talk or rumours around him. Luke Shaw as well, for me, it should be his last season at Manchester United. Injuries or not, he should be just out of the door and just training along with the rest of the players who should be surplus to requirements for me. But let us know what your thoughts and opinions are on some of the reports we've discussed today. Also, get involved with your own opinions on anything you want to discuss in the comments section, and smash a like on today's video to help support the channel. And it's been much appreciated to the start of this week, everyone getting involved, smashing that like button, and the amount of interaction we're getting in the comments section. As you know, it's always much appreciated. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.